During her funeral, the priest noticed something under her dress. During the burial of a beautiful young lady, the priest noticed something very odd under her dress. Something strange catches Father Michael's attention when he investigates. He finds something that leaves everyone at the funeral in shock. The funeral began oddly, with officials refusing to open the coffin for blessings, claiming it was the family's wish. Eventually, they relented, revealing something surprising under the woman's dress, prompting Father Michael's curiosity. The day before, Father Michael received an abrupt transfer to a small town as an assistant priest to help an elderly priest. Michael's transfer felt like a penalty, a means to make his lively approach to the customary public ritual of worship. The next morning, Father Michael found himself unexpectedly conducting a funeral. The sudden responsibility brought a shift from the quiet town to a moment of duty. As he prepared for the somber event, he noticed the unusual gathering of city people in the small rural town, sparking his curiosity. Curious about the unfamiliar faces, Father Michael learned that they had come from a distant place for the deceased's final rites. Observing the small military-like group, sealed coffin, and guarded outward, he sensed something fishy. Further surprises awaited as a jeep approached, and his former captain, Jeremy Meyer, stepped out. This revelation hinted at a connection to Father Michael's past as a combat medic in Afghanistan. The story unfolded with unexpected twists, intertwining the priest's present and military history in a mysterious funeral setting. Jeremy, a seemingly admirable officer, had a hidden agenda in the military: rule gains through corrupt means. Exploiting Afghanistan, he and fellow officers grew opium, turning their gains into a profitable business. Michael, a compassionate combat medic, discovered Jeremy's involvement and decided to expose the corruption, becoming a target for evil attacks. A turning point occurred when Michael survived a suspicious car crash orchestrated by Jeremy. Wounded and betrayed, he found solace and healing with compassionate Reverend sisters. This led to Michael's decision to leave the army and become a priest. At a funeral, Michael, now Father Michael, felt something was amiss. Suspecting foul play, he demanded the sealed coffin be opened, revealing illegal substances hidden beneath a girl's dress. Jeremy, the corrupt officer, had used the funeral to conceal his illegal merchandise. Tensions rose as Michael confronted Jeremy, revealing his transformation into the priesthood as a response to Jeremy's past actions. Unexpectedly, the presumed lifeless girl in the coffin coughed, shocking onlookers. The day's strange occurrences led the confused servants to hastily run off. Jeremy's calculated plans crumbled when the girl unexpectedly restored, defying all his calculations. Michael, reacting quickly, called for emergency assistance as the reality of her being alive set in. The priest's genuine concern contrasted sharply with Jeremy's panic as he retreated, losing control. Escaping the chaos, Jeremy sped away, leaving astonishment and relief behind. The girl's revival marked a turning point, preventing Jeremy's sinister intentions. The focus shifted to the hospital, where she was rushed for medical attention. Examination revealed she had been poisoned, shutting down her functions without immediate fatality. Father Michael's decisive intervention prevented her potential burial alive. Days later, an investigation unfolded, exposing Jeremy's wrong activities. Carla, the poison girl, was not just a victim but Jeremy's stepsister and an investigative journalist. She aimed to expose his substance-dealing connections to the military. Jeremy, a former army officer turned criminal, couldn't risk exposure and silenced Carla to protect his illegal enterprises. The investigation delved into the sinister motives behind the murder, revealing a lethal truth about Jeremy's criminal dealings. Jeremy planned to discreetly dispose of Carla's body and use her funeral as a cover for burying illegal substances, aiming to avoid law enforcement detection. However, their father insisted on a proper burial, creating a dilemma. A conventional funeral risked exposing the sinister plot. To mitigate this, Jeremy chose a distant, small town with an old priest and lax record-keeping. This strategic move aimed to exploit the lack of scrutiny, allowing him to carry out his macabre plan without questions about autopsies or the cause of demise. Little did he anticipate that his carefully laid plans would unravel in the presence of an unexpected figure, Father Michael. Michael had unwittingly become a crucial player in this twisted saga. His arrival in the small town disrupted Jeremy's clandestine operation. After Jeremy's desperate escape from the unfolding chaos at the funeral, the authorities swiftly caught up with him. He was found and arrested, bringing an end to his decade-long reign of crime and dealing. The law had finally caught up with the corrupt former army officer. Meanwhile, Carla, the brave journalist who narrowly survived a dark plot against her life, continued to recover in the hospital. Father Michael paid her regular visits and prayed for her health. She regained her strength and determination thanks to Father Michael's prompt intervention. Carla was determined, once she was back on her feet, to expose the city's substance trade's heinous deeds. She put pen to paper and released an attached article exposing the complicated web of corruption among those participating in the unlawful enterprise.